Ahoy, me hearties, it's Captain Dapper Jeff here with this week's fantastic episode of Well Fed. When I think Sea of Thieves, I think pirates, much like myself right here as I wave at you all out there in viewer land. And when I think pirates, I think delicious Caribbean food, because a lot of pirates would make their bases on tropical islands, much like this one. So today, I'm bringing you a fantastic oven-baked jerk chicken recipe. So come on into my galley and I'll show you how it's done. So the first thing we need for a delicious jerk chicken is to preheat our oven to 425. I did that off camera so you guys don't have to see me do that every time. Next thing we need is our nice jerk rub. And that's fairly ingredient intensive, but that's okay, because that's what all this is. We're going to start with 1/3 cup of olive oil. Pour that right in here. Next up, I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of light brown sugar. Dump that in. After that, I have a tablespoon of tightly, densely packed thyme. Some might argue I have too much thyme on my hands. I tell them they're wrong. Next, I'm going to throw in a mixture that's 2 teaspoons allspice, 2 teaspoons smoked paprika, and 1 teaspoon of ground cloves. Next up, I have 2 tablespoons of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, along with 1/4 teaspoon of ground black pepper. Last but certainly not least, I have 1 teaspoon of ginger cinnamon. I just did a 1/2 teaspoon ginger, 1/2 teaspoon cinnamon, mixed them together, and there we go. All right, now that I've got my jerk seasonings all mixed, or all in the same bowl, I'm gonna use my happy fork and mix them together into a nice jerk paste. Right into there. And now a lot of people are gonna say, Dapper Jeff, is this a sauce? Well, it's a sauce and a rub. Give me about 2 seconds, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do with this. Alright, so the next thing you need for your jerk chicken is the chicken. I have here a dozen chicken legs, skin on. Always want the skin on for these. I'm going to take a little bit of my jerk paste. I'm going to smear it on, smear it on the chicken. I'm going to give it a nice rubbing. If you can, get under the skin, so make sure you're rubbing the actual meat, not just, the skin on top. So I'm actually going to peel the skin back a little bit without ruining this drumstick, because this is a nice leg. And the har, me matey, we have our first jerked chicken leg. Simple, easy. I'm putting it on a foil-lined, pre-greased oven dish, so that can go in the oven in just a couple minutes. Now, gonna put that jerk right in there. I feel like going full pirate for a minute or 3. So, yo-ho, me mateys, me hearties, me mateys. Now that we've jerked each piece of chicken, I'm taking the leftover jerk sauce and a grill brush, using the silicone, that way it's easy to wash, so nobody gets salmonella, and I'm just gonna brush a little more of this jerk sauce onto the top of the chicken. You don't have to do this if you kind of like put more jerk in your chicken, but if you want to, go for it. It's like I say every week, cook the dish the way you want, this is just how I'm doing it. And your way is wrong, my way is the right way. So my way is all about food and taste and chicken and love. Spread more love in the world. That's what the world needs. Spread love the way I'm spreading this jerk sauce. Take your chicken that's been properly jerked, slide it into your preheated oven. Remember, we're preheating to 425. Slide it in carefully so you don't burn your fingers. Make sure your oven rack is on the middle to low tier of the oven. Close it up. And now we wait. I'm gonna set my timer. You wanna cook it for about 35 to 40 minutes. I'm a little paranoid when it comes to poultry, so I'm gonna do 40 minutes, and I'll see you guys then. While you're waiting, prep your cannons and ready your muskets. So after our 40-minute timer is up, I'm gonna grab my happy little oven mitts so I don't burn the scallywag out of me hands. Open our oven. Look at that. That is what you want to see. I wish you guys could smell this, because the smell is fantastic. I mean, this chicken is well and thoroughly jerked. Now, pull out the second pan. Now, if you have a kitchen thermometer and you want to, temp it, go for it. Remember, you want to temp to 160 degrees Fahrenheit, because that is the poultry setting. At that point, any bacteria is dead. So, I'm gonna let these cool for a minute before I dig in. So there we go, me mateys. That's how you make some fantastic Sea of Thieves inspired jerk chicken. Whether you will be going to plunder some booty or going to face the mighty Meg, make sure you're doing it on a full stomach. I be Captain Dapper Jeff, and I hope ye've stayed well fed. Now see, if I had me a proper crew, they'd be here, filling the chicken legs with the jerk. Instead, I have Doctor, who's a darn fine first mate, doing the camera work.